Hello children, this is your English class. See, first before we could go to the new lesson before I could start with the new lesson, let us recall as to what we learnt before. What did we learn in the first chapter? Yes, the fun they had. That is, we learned about the future schools. And then we dealt with the poem that is related to the choice that we take in our life, isn't it? But now it's something very different. You know, this story, it cannot be a story. It's a real life incident that we are going to see. It is about a person who is disabled. So we're going to see about a disabled person. Disabled abdina handicapped in vechkalame. The one who is not able is called disabled to do any kind of work. But here is an inspiration. A lady who is really very smart, very talented, and she, though she had a disability, she never minds that disability, but she comes up and she achieves her goal in her life. See, all of us like music, right? All of us like music. And you know that music, abdin sonnale, what we think of, it's listening. And the skill romba important. Listen pandradha. So, when we listen to music, see, different people like different music. Some will like classical, melodies, rap, rock. There are so many different kinds of music that we hear. If we want to know music, we have to have the ability to hear. Ilya? Yes or no? If we want to listen, we have to hear. Our ears should be clear and nice. Only then we can enjoy that music. Anna, here is something different. You may be wondering, how this lady, I'm going to talk about this lady now, who has got hearing disability. She was deaf. But she is the topmost, or she is an extraordinary person who achieved the goal in music. That is her goal, music. And she used to play music so very well. And she is a musician. Just imagine, children. A lady who cannot hear is a musician. The best musician. Now we are going to see or learn her story as to how she overcame that disability, and how she achieved the goal. Are you all ready? Yeah, and you know what her name is? Her name is Evelyn Glennie. And this lesson is the second lesson in your Beehive book. That is the sound of music. And this is part 1. There's part 2 also. But this is part 1. And it is in page number 17. Come on. I want you all to take page number 17. Okay. Are you all ready? Yes. I want all of you to get ready with page number 17. And as I'm going to read one after the other, paragraph by paragraph I'll read and I will be explaining along with the meanings. And those meanings what I've explained, will be given in the end, so that you can write those meanings in your classwork notebook, and also assignment or worksheet also will be sent. So that also should be done. Are you all ready? Shall we go to the lesson? Come on. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So it is God-given gift for Evelyn Glennie. Okay, so let's read the paragraph now, one after the other. I want you to listen to the reading very carefully, and then you have to practice at home. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So, what do you understand by the first paragraph? This shows that a young girl, and her name, she was very young, she was not even 17 years of age, and she was going somewhere. And there were people around. Crowds jostle means they push each other with the elbow இருக்குல்ல நம்ம கையில் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் இப்படி தள்ளிக்கிட்டு அப்படியே ரொம்ப ரஷ்ஷாக இருந்தால் what do we dash each other, we push each other and go, isn't it? So crowded that area was, and it was a underground train platform, trains போகிற இடம். And this girl was just 17 years. She was very nervousனா ஒரு பயந்த மாதிரி இருந்தாங்க. Okay, she was very nervous, but she was very excited also. Excitedna, she was happy about something. She was happy about going to a particular place, but she could feel the vibrations of the approaching train. Why she could feel the vibrations in potrukkude? I told you that she was deaf na she cannot hear, hearing disability irundhathu. So she could only feel, she could not hear, but she felt everything. And where was she going? She was going to a music school, and that was her first day, and that was prestigious Royal Academy of Music that was in London. But she was from Scotland, and from a very small village she is going to that place by train. Daunting அப்படின்னு ஒரு வேர்ட் இருக்குது. daunting அப்படின்னா very frightening ரொம்ப பயந்த ஒரு கேர்ளாக she is going to the school. But she was a very aspiring musician. Aspiring அப்படின்னா a person who really wants to be a musician. Here she wants to be a musician, isn't it? இங்கே ஒரு மியூசிக் அகாடமிக்கு போகிறாங்கன்னா she wants to become a musician. So she was very aspiring. அது மட்டும்தான் அவளுடைய தாட்டாக இருந்தது. She was just thinking of that, and just she wanted to become a musician. That is all. So she started to move to the first, she took the first step. But she faced a very big challenge. என்ன challenge அவளுக்கு அப்படின்னா, that she was profoundly deaf. She was totally deaf. In the deafness order, it is really challenging for somebody to learn music. Don't you think so, children? So let's see how she lost her hearing ability and what happened next. Okay? Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Evelyn's loss of hearing, was very gradual. Gradual na slowly, face by face. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்ச நாளாக அப்படியே கிராஜுவலாக கம்மியாயிட்டே வந்தது. That was what happened. Her mother once, she remembers when she was 8 years old, Evelyn was 8 years old. அவங்க mother, she remembers that she noticed something. She was playing the piano, it seems, and they called her name, but she did not move. Only then she realized that she hadn't heard. ஆனால் இது ஒரு பெருசாக அவங்க எடுத்துக்கல. தே நெவர் நியூ தட் ஷீஸ் பிகம் டெஃப். அவங்க அவ்வளோ சிவியராக அதை நினைக்கல. பட் ஸ்டில் தே குட் ரியலைஸ் தட் சம்திங் வாஸ் ராங் இன் ஹர். ஃபார் very long time, for quite some time, this girl, Evelyn, she concealed her growing deafness. Concealed அப்படின்னா she hid. அதை ஹைட் பண்ணா. அவளுக்கு Evelyn knew that she could not hear. இதை யாருக்கும் தெரியாமல் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கா, from her friends and from her teachers, she hid for quite some time. But what happened? As days went on, her marks, because she could not hear anything, she could not listen to anything, nothing was understood because she could not hear. Enachi, what happened to her marks? Marksla தான் she could see the difference. Her marks had deteriorated. Deteriorated அப்படின்னா it started to worsen. She became bad in her studies slowly. And then what happened? This was noticed by the headmistress, and she urged means she requested her parents to take Evelyn to a specialist. Nobody knew what was wrong in Evelyn. So headmistress avanga enna pannirukanga, she advises her parents to take her to a specialist. Specialist na or a doctor who is specialized in a particular part of the body. So she was asked to take to the hearing doctor, or you can say the ENT in kuda sollaam. Okay, so ear, nose and throat, adha ENT specialist nu solluvaanga. Okay, now what happened then? It was discovered when she was taken to the specialist, there it was discovered that she was severely impaired. She had hearing impairment. அப்படின்னா impaired அப்படின்னா weakened na weak ஆயிட்டே வந்துச்சு அவளுடைய hearing, and it was very severe. It was because of a gradual nerve damage, it seems, or a nerve was damaged, and the doctor advised her parents to give her hearing aids. Have you all seen deaf people having a hearing aid or a machine madri kaadla potrupangala? So that is called the hearing aid. And then to send her to school. Annilende everything like looked black for Evelyn. Just imagine, she actually hid her disability, but finally what happened, that was showed in her marks, and she had to be taken to a doctor. Anga it was found out, and now she had to wear a hearing aid. Let's see what happened. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day, she noticed a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way, says Evelyn. Suddenly, I realized that I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work. Did you see? Everything suddenly looked black. But she never gave up. She didn't give up. She was very, very determined. Determined, very firm. Romba urdiya. She led a very normal life and she pursued. Pursued means to follow. She pursued her interest in music. One day, she saw a girl playing a xylophone. The xylophone is these wooden bars மாதிரி இருக்கும். அதில் 2 stick வச்சு play பண்ணுறது தான் xylophone. It's an instrument. She also wanted to play that. You know what happened? Some teachers discouraged her. They said, you cannot do it. But there was one person you saw in the previous image, right? His picture I have given. His name was Ron Forbes. His name is Ron Forbes. That particular teacher spotted her potential. Potential means her ability. அவளால் முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறத வந்து கண்டுபிடிச்சது this Ron Forbes. He spotted கண்டுபிடிச்சார். He began to tune 2 large drums. Drumsனா என்னன்னு தெரியும்ல? These big drums. Different notes. He tuned the drums. Tuned means அதை கரெக்டாக kept it in order. And what did he do is, he asked her to play the drums and asked her to listen not through her ears. காதில் கேட்காத, try to listen or sense this drum sound in some other way அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொடுத்தார். So what happened? She realized, as she was playing, she realized that she could feel the higher drum, the bigger drum, from the waist up. Waistna இடுப்புக்கு மேலே. Waist means இடுப்புக்கு மேலே. From waist up, she could feel that bigger drum உடைய sound and the vibrations. And the lower one, the smaller one, or the lower note, the lower sound, she could feel from the lower waist. Waistலேருந்து கீழே காலில் வந்து she could sense that. And this Forbes, as he realized that she's doing like this, he asked her to repeat the exercise. And the exercise repeated he gave her. And then finally she discovered that she could sense certain notes. The musicல certain notes இருக்கு. So at the different parts of the bodyல கூட she could sense அப்படின்றது she realized that. And she had learned to open her mind and body to sounds and vibrations. So she started to listen music or vibration or sounds not through her ears but through the different parts of the body. One was that, and the next one was sheer determination and hard work. Very, very firm she was. ரொம்ப உறுதியாகவும் நல்ல hard work பண்ணி she started to learn music. You got it? She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you'll get there. And she got right to the top. The world's most sought after multi-percussionist, with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. It was intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she could feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. She never looked back. She was just moving forward. And her main aim was to learn music. She toured. Toured means went on trips to the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. That is, orchestra means group of musicians. When she was 16, what she did was she decided to make music her life. That's all. That is her life, she came to know. And she auditioned. Auditioned means she gave short performances for the Royal Academy of Music. And she got the highest marks in the history of music. And she also scored the highest marks. That was simply superb. And she was in she was doing orchestral work. Orchestral work is a group performance she was doing. But later, she shifted from group performance to solo performances. That is, solo means single performances. And at the end of 3 years, her course was over. She captured most of the top awards, it seems. But all this, didn't matter. She always used to say, if you work hard, you know where you are going and you will go there. You will get there. That's what she used to say to everyone. And she, within a few years, she became the most sought after multi-percussionist. That means she became very, very popular. And she was a master of some thousands of instruments. 1,000 instruments she used to play. And she had a hectic international schedule. Hectic abdina, very, very, very busy international schedule. People used to call her. She became very popular. People just invited her. They welcomed her to different countries. They called her, and she had to go and give her performance. Concerts she used to do. So she was called, and that's why she's called the most sought after multi-percussionist. That means most popular. It was intriguing, Abdina. Very fascinating. She was a very interesting personality. She used to perform so very well without hearing. And once when she had a discussion with somebody, that person who discussed with her is telling that she told one word, it seems, that men with bushy beards give me trouble. And she laughed. That means, because she cannot hear, she has to look at somebody's lips and understand what they're trying to say. And if men have beard and mush and all that, meesayum daadiyum persa irundha, that will close their lips, and so she cannot watch or see or understand what they are trying to say to her. So with such people, she has to look at their eyes, it seems. See, all this she says and she laughs, and then she speaks flawlessly. Flawlessly means without a fault or mistake. So clearly she speaks with a Scottish lilt. Lilt means and the accent. And the Scottish accent. Scotland la pesra style la, and the style was very nice. And her speech was very, very clear. Because she says that till she was 11 years old, she could hear, isn't it? So adukulla she has learnt the words. So though she lost her hearing, before that only speech comes. Speech eppo kittathata 1.5 years later they start talking, isn't it? So till 11 years she could hear, so she spoke very well and very clear also. And nobody can explain one mystery na oru secret enna, she learnt the language French and also Japanese, and we really don't know how she managed to learn that without hearing. Okay, and she also explains, see, all this is her experience that she gives about music. She says music pours through every part of her body. It's not only listening, but it pours through her body, and it tingles na ஒரு pricking மாதிரி குத்துற மாதிரி ஒரு feel இருக்கு our skinல when she listens to music. Her cheekbones react to it, her hair reacts to it, it seems, when she plays the xylophone. And then she can sense the sound passing the stick into her fingertips. She has that stick, no, when she plays the xylophone. And the stick which play பண்ணும்போது அந்த vibrations அவங்களுடைய fingertips க்கு போய், that gives her a sense of sound feeling. And then also what she does is, drums வாசிக்கும்போது she leans on the drums. Leans na அந்த drum மேல சாஞ்சிக்கிட்டு, lean means சாஞ்சிக்கிட்டு, she takes the sound from it, and the vibration and the notes alla she receives. And also she feels the resonances means echoes of sound, and the sound udiya echo, how she feels is all that flows into her body. This is the way she feels. And also wooden platform irundha, what she does is she removes her shoes and the bare feet la, without any shoes or slippers she wears, she with the bare feet, verum kaalla she stands, and the vibration pass through her legs. See how peculiar and so special she is, in sensing this music all through her body. Okay, so I think you understood till here. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades, God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Isn't it surprising, children? Yes, it is. And she makes the audience so happy. Evelyn delights her audiences. And in 1991, she was presented the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year. Soloist means single performer. So, of the year award she has taken. And James Blades, he is the one who has given that paragraph that we saw in the beginning. God may have taken her hearing, but what has He given her? Something very extraordinary. What we hear, she feels. Namakku kekudhu, she feels that. Even more deep inside. And that is why she is able to express music so beautifully, he says. Isn't that true? Yes, it is very, very true. Don't you think so? Yeah. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. I've just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richland of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Yes. See what she is a workaholic. Workaholic means a person who finds difficult to stop working. She's always busy. And I've just got to work, often harder than classical musicians. See, all this is told by her. She works hard than the classical musicians, she says. So, when she works so hard, her rewards are enormous. Enormous means very big rewards. Apart from the regular concerts where she goes to international concerts, that is, she goes to different countries. Apart from that, adu mattum illama, she also gives free concerts, free music performances. Enga kudukranga, she also gives in the jail, the prisons, and also the hospitals, to comfort the people in the jail and also in the hospitals. அவங்களுக்கு அதை கேட்கும் போது they feel good. So she gives free concerts. All those are free concerts. Nobody pays for it. So she goes there, and she gives high priority. Priority na first preference. First இது யாருக்கு கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா, she gives classes. She teaches the young musicians, those who are really very interested. So first priority, first chance is given to such children. And Anne Richland, she says that she describes or she motivates or she appreciates Evelyn like this. She says she is a shining inspiration. She's an inspiration, a very interesting personality for deaf children. So all the disabled children can see her, and they will be so much motivated. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. That's very true. They can reach to any heights, even with their disability. It's only that they have to be very determined, like how Evelyn was. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. People who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Yes, Evelyn has accomplished na sadhichirukanga. What? More than most people twice her age. அவங்க ஏஜை விட 2 மடங்கு அதிகமாக இருக்கிறவங்க எவ்வளோ சாதிப்பாங்களோ அதுக்கு மேலே she has accomplished. And she has brought percussion in the drums எல்லாம் will be not a very important instrument kept in the orchestra. But after Evelyn Glennie came, and when she started playing, she brought this percussion to the front of the orchestra, it seems. And also she is an inspiration to those who are handicapped. People say, if she can do it, எவ்வளோனால முடியும் அப்படின்னா, I can also. And she has given enormous pleasure to millions and millions of people. Pleasure na, she's given happiness to millions of people. Listening to her music, people have just, they just delight in her music. So this is what is about Evelyn Glennie, an inspiration in your life too. If she can, we can do even more. And this is written by Deborah Cowley. Okay, so I think you understood this lesson, and I'm going to read out the meanings that is going to follow, and those meanings you can take down in your classwork notebook. Okay, children? Yes, I'm going to read out the meanings. Jostle, push roughly, slight, small and thin. Teenager, a person who is in his teens. 13 to 19 are called teenagers. Aspiring musician, a person who wants to be a musician. Profoundly deaf, abdina absolutely deaf. Gradual is slowly also you can write, or in phases. Conceal means to hide. What's conceal? Conceal means to hide. Okay, specialist, a doctor specializing in a particular part of the body. I already told you. Deteriorated means worsened, very bad, becoming bad day by day. Urged means requested. Impaired, weakened. Impaired means weakened. Pursue, to follow, or you can also write continue, to continue. Pursue means to continue. Xylophone is a musical instrument. See, I have given you the picture there. You can see and understand how a xylophone will be. Okay? Percussionist, a person who plays the drum, the tabla, etc. What is potential? Potential means ability that can be developed. Orchestra means group of musicians. Auditioned means gave a short performance. A short performance to select, isn't it? That is called as audition. Okay? Orchestral work means group performance. Solo means to perform single. Most sought after, that means most popular. Intriguing, intriguing means fascinating and curious. Flawlessly means without a fault or mistake. Lilt, a way of speaking. Like we can say accent. Accent, okay? The style of speaking. Tingles causes a slight prickling sensation. Resonances, echoes of sounds. Workaholic, a person who finds it difficult to stop working. Enormous, big. Accomplished means achieved. With this, I close. I hope you all understood the lesson. Thank you very, very much, children.